Welcome back to another video. So in this video we'll see how to create a triangular shape in CST Studio, which is useful to create different novel designs for antennas. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So let me open the CST first. These are the basic settings before getting into the dashboard of the CST. So once you launch the CST, so as I mentioned, I'm going to create the triangular shape. So I should create initially a substrate and will create the radiating this particular patch shape on top of it. So go to modeling, where we usually use this option to create any structures in CST. So first we go with rectangle brick options, which is used to create any kind of rectangle or square kind of designs. So let me choose that. I'm giving a name right now as substrate. This is the substrate and I just give it as substrate. You can give any name if you want. And x min and my one, which is basically the width of the material. I'm going to give a rough value like -20 to 20. Yeah, this is overall width, which is 40 mm, and also I provide y min and y max, which is basically the length of this particular substrate. Again, I'm giving the same 20 to 20 minus 20 to 20, add up together we'll get around 40 mm length and 40 mm width. And since I'm going to choose FR4 as the substrate material, the standard value is 1.6 mm, and you have to pick up the material from the library, and which is FR4 lossy material. Choose that, which has an epsilon value of 4.3, and just load it. And if you want, you can see the preview, and this is how it look like. The equal values like 40 cross 40, it's a square. Click OK. So the substrate is created successfully. We'll go with the triangular design. So in this video we'll talk about how we do this creating a triangular design. First we go to the same modeling. Instead of going with the rectangular brick, we go with the fifth option, which is cylinder. Okay, so click on that cylinder and just choose. You have two options, cylinder and elliptical cylinder. Go with the normal cylinder option, and you will get this particular options to give the parameter values. I'm going to give the name of this particular layer as patch, and orientation you keep it as X. You have three options like X, Y, Z, and as you mentioned in the CST, in the right bottom corner you can see the axis as marked. So the red color, which is x-axis, which is in the usually the width, and y-axis in green color, which is actually the length, and z-axis is in blue color, which points towards you, and that is the thickness. This is how you should understand. And then you particularly choose z-axis, which is a default option, so you should not change that. You go with the z-axis itself, that's the orientation. And then you have options like inner radius and outer radius, and then you have x center and y center value, and you have the thickness value like z min and z max. So I'm giving the thickness as already I given the thickness 0 to 1.6 for the substrate. I'm going to place this particular rail on top of it, so the base value becomes 1.6, and since it is a copper material, I'm going to give the standard value 0.035. so adding this with 1.6, it become 1.635. so this is the thickness value. And as I mentioned, you go with x center and y center value 0 0. That means the center of the cylinder will be exactly the center of this particular substrate layer. So that's why 0 0 origin actually. And the outer layer, if I give the 5 mm radius for the cylinder, it's simply the center point of the cylinder to the surface, outer surface. So if you give 5 mm, you will get something like this. If you give 10 mm, accordingly the radius increases and you will get something like this. So this is the outer radius. And what happens if you give some values to the inner radius? So let me give 5 mm for the inner radius. So what happened, it will create another one circle, and which take a radius of 5 mm, that is from the center point towards the surface of the inner circle, that is the inner radius. And actually when I click OK, you will see something like a ring. So it's actually the inner radius point, this center point towards the surface. It will remove this inner circle area, you will get a ring like of structure. So this is why we use this inner radius, okay, to remove the inner areas. So for now I'm going to give the inner radius as 0, because I am not going to create any hollow surface inside this cylinder. So go with this one. So I give it as 0 inner value, as when outer radius as the surface radius of the cylinder as 10 mm. So this is the default settings, and if you provide some values for x center and y center, I'll show you how this shift happens. When I give x center as a positive value like 5 mm, of course this circle will move 5 mm in the x axis, that is towards the right side of the x. This is log. If I give a negative value like minus 5 mm, it shifted to the left side, okay. And if I give a y value as 5 mm, this circle will shift to the top side. If I am giving a negative value, the circle will shift to the bottom side, that is the negative axis of the y. So this is the shift. I'm going to keep this accordingly. Where you wanted to place this particular circle, accordingly you can provide the value for x center and y center, and I'm giving a default value 0 0, so it should be exactly the center of the substrate. Okay, so this is just for the tutorial purpose, and if you wanted to shift accordingly, you can shift this. And this value is over. Now I'm going to reveal how you can create the triangular shapes. So when you wanted to create triangular shapes, as you know, the triangle has 3 sides. So similarly, you need to give 3 segment value as 3. How many sides are there, accordingly you give the value. So here 3 sides for the triangle, so I give the segment value as 3. So when you give the segment value 3 and just click on preview, you can see the circle will changes to a triangle. So this is the thing, and you can click OK. But this triangle is just actually pointing towards the right direction, and if you wanted to make it in the straight pointing upward, that is also possible. Forget to tell you that I how to choose the material as copper, I forget that. So the patch I need to assign a material, I forget to do that. So go to library. This you should actually do it while creating itself, triangle itself. I should add as copper annealed, and I'm just highlight with a different value, like color. That's it, okay. So this is the triangle you created, and then now you need to shift this point towards the up direction. So just align the triangle. Let me choose transform option, and you can choose rotate option, and just click on this red and rotate it like this. Always check the value, angle value is equal to 90. Then click OK. So you can align the rectangle properly. So this is how it looks like, okay. And if you this is one method of doing this triangular shapes, and if you wanted to create a star shape based on two triangles, that is also possible. So let me create a copy of it. A transform, just create copy, click OK. So one more copy is created, and just click on the copy and then click on transform. Now I am going to rotate in the opposite direction. Yeah, it should be 180 degree actually. It should be 180 degree. You need to rotate accordingly, okay. So let me click on preview. Yeah, just like this. Then click OK. So now 2 triangles are created, one in the up direction, one in the down direction. Now I need to add these 2 materials. So click on patch and select add, then click on next one, enter. So both added, and you can see the triangle is the star shape is created. So this is how you play with the cylinder options, and hope this will help you to create different novel design shapes. So if you like this video, subscribe. We'll create different videos in the upcoming sessions.